Today we brought in hired gun Mason Stoops. He's gonna show us how to wrangle up some spaghetti western guitar tone. And be sure to stick around, because one lucky cowboy's gonna get themselves a spaghetti western pedal board. Spaghetti westerns are a genre of western films from the 1960s, featuring guitar tones that would make the most grizzled cowboy shed a tear. Now, if you're some city dweller who ain't familiar with them western films, you might know a little game called Red Dead Redemption 2. Mr. Stoops here played some guitar on that there score, and he knows himself a thing or two about this sound.
You play Red Dead, you know, they really did capture that sound. Woody Jackson's an absolute genius, and everything he's composed is that level of incredible.
The Old West may be a thing of the past, but these guitar tones carry their legacy into the modern world.
What's something recently that you have slid these techniques and sounds into?
Depending on when this video comes out, the next Lizzy McAlpine record I got to produce, I basically played a Dan Electro Bass 6, which is an even longer version of what this is, like the entire record.
He's the perfect trail guide for this tone adventure. Now hold up, cowboy. Before you start reaching for your pedals, there's more to this here tone than just fancy effects.
So this is like important to acknowledge before you even turn anything on or start exploring the sounds. It's the approach you use with the guitar. It's really essential to use a pick, sometimes a penny. Do I have a penny with me? That would be cool. All right, just a penny. Pennies are good because they don't have a serrated edge. A lot of coins do, but a penny is cool. Here's a pick. But a penny just gives you a little more extra edge and rasp, and you want that because for the spaghetti western thing, if you're gonna do like a... It sounds fine, but if you move on down right in front of the... I mean like really right in front of the bridge, suddenly it's... If I go back up by the neck, it doesn't have the same sound. With the pick, you know, it's all right here in this world. And there's times that it's appropriate up there, but really, that's where the fun is. Okay, so from there, here's our fuzz. You don't really want to use that much gain, which is the opposite of how you use a fuzz pedal in any other music, because the pick's gonna do the rest. You can even turn your volume down on the guitar. A little bit of compression. This is where the wah comes in, because you can even not have a fuzz on. If I had some verb, maybe I was gonna play something springy and bright. A part like that, you know, sounds pretty cool, but when you hear it in a movie or on a record, it's going through microphones, it's going through all these things that make it sound super unique and with a unique character, and I find a wah pedal helps get you there. So if I leave it kind of toe up so it's bright, it's suddenly very spooky sounding and thin and... With the fuzz, so cool, so fun. So once again, we have almost no gain on the fuzz. It's just there to add that kind of character. Same thing with the wah. We're not really using the wah, we're just adding character. Same thing with the compression, like. So it's a combination of subtle things that are gonna suddenly paint this very iconic picture. Up next is one of my favorite pedals ever. It's the Black Fountain by Old Blood Noise Effects, and it's like.
Could you use this?
I'm sorry.
Because I did this. Could I hook it up for you?
Oh,
I'll even do it for you.
I kind of already have it. That was. Oh, you're just gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay, verb, easy. Sounds good. But sometimes, dark verb, also cool. You know? But last but not least, the tremolo. Because they really only had, we've talked about this earlier, they only had so many effects they could work with, you know? So tremolo on the amp and reverb on the amp, they had to do a lot with that. But what's cool is you can use like a Fender style tremolo for like the really simple, I mean, can I switch to the baritone really quick?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Tremolo is like super expressive and it contains multitudes. So like a slow trem can be really spooky and haunting and kind of set a tone of openness and mystery. And that's just like a classic, obvious tremolo sound. But you could also, if you have a square wave tremolo available, you flip this switch here on this guy, which is easy.
GHS makes some tremolos.
Sure thing.
That's funny.
On the Strymon Flint, there's a square wave setting that no other pedal I know of has. And you can quote me on that. So for like a square wave, especially if you get some fuzz, you know, I have this totally. You make it even faster, and just. Tremolo is my favorite effect. Feedback is my second favorite effect. Tremolo though, it's so expressive and cool, and it's just like iconic and simple and musical, and I just like it. I just like trem. At this point, I haven't really talked about the echo rec, but really the idea is just you want a short delay. I've got the oil can from our friends at JHS, who are very nice and not threatening. What do you want me to say?
You know what to say. We talked about this.
This feels really uncomfortable.
The oil can?
The oil can delay is now available at retailers worldwide for $99.
Was that so hard? All right, keep going. Good job.
I want to go home. I have the oil can set for just a nice slap echo. Without the verb, you can even have that quieter. The thing with slap is you almost don't want to notice it. It's just there to almost widen the note. And it's the kind of thing that you think, do you even need it? Is it important? But as soon as you take it away, just suddenly you're back in 2D. It's not as cool. It doesn't have the vibe. So a slap echo, you can add a little bit of feedback if you want, but the idea is just. It just adds character, like we've talked about. All these things are adding character. But I have this cattle and bread echo rec. It's just a kind of long echo. And if you have a slap in a nice place and echo in a longer place, you get what sounds like a multi-head echo, kind of like a rolling space echo, or it's like a pattern delay. You put some verb on there. You put some nice slow tremolo again. And if it's sounding a little too big or a little too full, that's when the wah comes in. You can turn the wah on and you basically have a nice filtered kind of top sounding guitar again. With some of the fuzz. To me, that's the family of sounds. Very accessible. There's nothing weird here. Like you don't have to go find a niche thing. Like use a reverb that you have, use a tremolo pedal that you have. Like it's the combination of what's available to you that's really cool about it. Not so much like you need this specific brand or this expensive version of it. Like none of that applies. No one is going to be listening on the other side going like, is that spring reverb? And if it's not, they're not going to be like, well, you know, I don't want to hear this. No one's going to know.
So there you go, cowboy. There's everything you need to be a rootin' tootin' tone slinger. Yeah!
That was cool.